What's going on, guys? Welcome back. The 28th of June, we're going to take a look at Turbo this morning and Bitcoin here on the screen at the moment. Welcome to the channel, guys. So we have a down market here for Bitcoin. We're down 315. The reason why we're going to start off on Bitcoin real quick is I want to show you a important level to keep an eye on that is keeping the markets down here. So the 62,206 and 3/4 level, that's right here in yellow. It's current resistance. You can see these markets going back to the 25th, which was Tuesday, 25th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. We're all wicking up to this 62,206 and 3/4. It's really pushing the markets down. So hoping for a break above that level, a close above that level, and then we could start to talk about the $63,000 Bitcoin up next. If this continues to push the markets back, we're going to find ourselves probably back to 6205, 6205. And then below that is our pretty major support at 58, 9, 10, 50. So today's level, 62,206 and 3/4. That's what's pushing the markets down. If we continue to drop, potential support would be 60,205.47, and then some major support so far. Hopefully we don't find ourselves back down here, which would be 58, 9, 10, 50. So that is the Bitcoin. My thoughts on Bitcoin just right now. Nothing too crazy, but important. Turbo cryptocurrency, Turbo / Tether. So TURBO USDT. A daily chart. The price data here is from OKX. We have a down market today, this Friday morning, down 3.17%. Bitcoin was down 0.5%, by the way. So something that's interesting here, if these lows hold here, so the actual low was printed on the 18th, Tuesday of June. If that low holds, we have a inverse head and shoulders forming here, which is a very bullish pattern. A neckline would like roughly be in this area. Breakout zone would roughly be here, maybe like $1.82, $1.84-ish. So I just wanted to point that out. That is a pretty bullish pattern, and that would definitely take prices quite a bit higher if that plays out. So I just wanted to point that out real quick, and let's dive a little bit deeper into this. Leave that on. Actually, we're going to remove that from the screen. So what's going on here with Turbo? So far, we do have we put in new lows yesterday. Today, we have a daily higher low. So we'll get rid of this here. So far, we have a daily higher low, which is good. Usually the trend back to the upside will start with a new daily higher low, just like we saw right here on the 19th of June. We had the lows come in on the 18th on Tuesday. We have a nice daily higher low, a daily higher high, and that took prices up for a couple more days. As of yesterday, though, we continued to make new daily lows and lower highs. Today, we have a higher low. We do have a lower high, though, so we have an inside day so far on this Friday. So hopefully we stop making new daily lows and start to look at some higher prices. The overall is we have this lower low, lower high, lower low. This appears to be basically a basically equal high here, but we do have a higher low here. So that is good to see as long as it holds. And like I said, we want to start to get new daily higher lows hold and print something like this. If we start to do that, that would be a breakout above the neckline for the inverse head and shoulders as well. So I don't think this thing is in too much trouble, to be honest with you. Turbo is holding up better than a lot of other markets interesting, for being a meme coin and stuff like that. People talk smack on these things, and I get it. Believe me, I trade extremely liquid futures products and ETFs. I will from time to time buy different cryptocurrencies and meme coins, but I rarely am going to be buying and selling unless there is an extreme discount. And I don't suggest anybody really do that. I do these videos because people are interested in where price is most likely to go. And of course, I'm not 100% right, but I do the best I can here at sharing my levels of where price is most likely to find support and or, resistance up in here. So that's kind of what's going on here with Turbo. Of course, there's a chance we drop back down to the 39,040. I mean, it's right here. It's not too much further away. If we start to trade below that, there's a good chance we're going to be making new lows, and we'll be heading down to the 31,8358 level. That's an important level as well. I mean, they're all equally important, okay? All these levels on the chart are equally as important. But so far, I mean, if this low holds, this thing is actually looking quite good, and we should start to see it pop to the upside. Unless they crush Bitcoin, which of course they could. If they crush Bitcoin, Turbo will get annihilated, okay? It will get crushed if they crush Bitcoin. Everything in the markets will get crushed. But, that's a whole different story. But for right now, this thing's holding up well. It'd be nice to see when the daily lows stop being printed. So far today, we don't have one, but of course we could get one pretty quick. It's really not that much further below current trading price at 45,098, which is like a 3 to 4% move to the downside. So anyways, that's kind of what I see here with Turbo. Things are quiet here this morning. Bitcoin's finding resistance as we spoke about. This thing is in a bullish pattern. It is in a inverse head and shoulders. We do so far have a major higher low. We don't know if it will hold yet. We might put in new lows today. Next level below the market for support is 39,040. Above as resistance is 52,350. Our breakout zone is up here at, I don't know why I said $1.80. The breakout zone would basically be around the, let's see here, the neckline would roughly be like that. So a breakout zone above the neckline is going to take you, if it took off today, it's around, let's see here, 0.0062, give or take. And just a quick guess here. I didn't run the calculations on this, but a breakout should take you at least up to like this 0.013 level, possibly a little higher than that. Usually the breakout zones here are basically the depth of the head here to the neckline. So you would basically take the lows. You would take the low tick here from the head, and then you would take the neckline, and then you would add that to the breakout zone, and that would give you, if I had to guess, like I said, I didn't run the calculations, it would probably take you right up to this 103 area, possibly a little higher, and that would look like about let's call it a 65% move to the upside. So we'll see what happens here with Turbo. Obviously, a lot of scenarios could play out. Bitcoin is having some trouble getting back above some overhead resistance, and I would imagine that's kind of pushing or holding the rest of the markets down. Turbo is holding up better than a lot. We do have a bullish pattern. We do have a higher low so far. We'll see if today doesn't make new daily lows. Over in the stock market side of things, the S&P, the NASDAQ have been doing exceptionally well, especially the NASDAQ. The S&P finally caught up. What hasn't really started to move yet is the Dow Jones and the Russell. So, of course, there's a chance that they don't break out and they just continue to roll over. but we have the Russell looking like it's going to start moving higher. And then we have the Dow. We're just going to look at the DIA. We have the Dow. It's not quite as bullish looking as the Russell. I mean, this pattern is actually a concern. Looks like it kind of wants to go like this. That wouldn't be good. That means the Dow's going to head lower. But I see, potentially the NASDAQ and the S&P maybe cooling off a bit. Might have already put their highs in, but I think we'll see some light shining on the Russell and maybe the Dow, at the least the Russell. The Dow, maybe not. But anyways, that's kind of my thoughts there. We're long those micro futures, and we would like to get long the Russell futures as well as the Dow futures, but they have to start to prove themselves a little bit. And I have more hope for the Russell at the moment, starting to move to the upside than I do the Dow. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on what's going on in the stock market. The TQQQs, which we have, and what else do we have? We have a Vanguard VGT. Those have all been doing very well. The TQQQs have been absolutely killing it. We're still long those for now until they start to roll over. I don't know if we'll make new highs for this thing. We're on an absolute tear here. Again, this rising channel here is a little bit bearish. So we might have seen the top in for this, and we're going to start to roll over. We have our stops in place, but hey, maybe we'll get a Russell move to the upside, similar to what we saw here in tech and S&Ps and stuff will cool off and allow the Dow and the Russell to shine. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. If you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead and join us on the channel. Let me know your thoughts on Turbo and Bitcoin and whatever else you want to share down in the comments. Have a great day.